Insurance. I am not interested, said one. I'm covered up to my nose, said another. So what? When I die, my wife is still very young. She can still marry. I can't afford, said another. Yes, you're going to get a lot of rejections, ladies and gentlemen. And if these very people who reject you, and you line them up and put a fighting squad man there, and you then tell them, only one of the fighting men has a bullet in his gun. And you, as the insurance salesman, come by, insurance for sale, insurance for sale. I bet you my last dollar, all those people who say no to life insurance will rush to buy your policy. In spite of all the frustrations that you encounter in the field, my God, ladies and gentlemen, you are all great because you are still in the business. Give your hand a wonderful hand, and you deserve it, at least to keep your blood circulation on. You know, when speakers come up here, they always say, after lunch, is the speaker's graveyard. But I know, ladies and gentlemen, now I am standing here. My stomach is hungry. Your stomachs are hungry. You are all tired after listening to 2.5 days of talk. You are physically tired. Your eyes want to close. So please close them, ladies and gentlemen. But do not snore because your neighbor also wants to sleep. You see, talking about the plight of a speaker, ladies and gentlemen, there was this one speaker who had to address a crowd of 86 people. Why have I chosen 86? I'll tell you later on. It's a crowd of 86 people. So and the topic of his talk was insurance as a business man. At the end, as he was talking, he could notice that one by one was leaving the room. And just about to finish his talk, there was only one lone audience left. I know, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to tell me, Amin, we know the story because the last audience, or the single last audience was going to be the next speaker. I say, no, you are wrong there, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? Because that man said to the speaker, are you a recruiting manager? Say, yes. Why? I want to be an insurance agent. You see, ladies and gentlemen, out of recruiters, out of 86 people we speak to, we could only get one man that would be interested to sell life insurance. So you people are great. Do you know that? Ladies and gentlemen, public speaking is an art. It's an art. Why I say an art? It is an art of diluting a 2-minute idea into a 2-hour vocabulary. I have got less than 1 hour. It means I can only pass on to you, ladies and gentlemen, a 1-minute idea. So please, don't sleep now. Try and catch that 1-minute idea. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, you are all here today. Many of you have come on your own. Some of you have come because you have been sponsored by the company. There are others who are managers who are here to find out first-hand information, whether it is worthwhile in future to send their men to LUA's Congress. Now, I tell all of you, I will repeat at any platform, ladies and gentlemen, as long as you want to be in this industry, as long as you want to live and to enjoy life insurance selling, please attend all congresses organized by LUA. Thank you, Mr. MC, for the kind introduction. Mr. Philip Sia, Chairman, Organizing Committee. Mr. Rockton Chia, President, LUA. Honored guests, wonderful foreign speakers, wonderful local speakers, wonderful fellow members of LUA. I'm going to stand here for the next maybe half an hour or so, or slightly more than half an hour, to try and tell you of the frustrations I went through. That is the reason why I have chosen the topic, courage to win. I have been in this industry for many, many years, maybe before some of you were born. Those were the days when we used to sell a $5,000 policy, and when we sell $20,000 policy, we receive a special letter from the company. Oh, Mr. Amin, you are the top agent of the company. Oh, it's so wonderful. Please continue selling more than $20,000. But now, when you even sell $3 million, the company don't look at you. You see, this topic of courage to win is a very important topic because, according to Longman's dictionary, courage is the ability to overcome fear. And it is also said that courage is the first human quality that guarantees all other qualities. You see how important courage is, ladies and gentlemen? I will try and show you what I mean by courage. You know, if I were to put a telephone there, and I were to put the most beautiful and charming girl here, and if I were to ask one young man to come here, and I say, okay, you don't know both, which one you'll go and use first? Answer is very simple. You will go to the young lady in spite of not knowing her, ladies and gentlemen. But this phone is an important instrument. Why don't we want to use the phone? Ask yourself this question. Have the same type of courage that you would want to appear the girl. Have the same type of feeling in you. And go up to the phone. Pick up the phone. And call whoever you think you must call. And you will find the results must come. That is your first battle, ladies and gentlemen. You see, I am not prepared to say I am a successful man. No, ladies and gentlemen. But I will say, I have fought in many battles. Yes, I have won many battles. Yes, successful, not yet. It's only when I go to Choa Chu Kang Cemetery, then someone will say, hey, that's Amin there. He was the most successful agency manager of his days. No, I am not prepared to say. Because, ladies and gentlemen, success is a journey. It is an unending journey. It is always under construction. Winning battle after battle is a short-term goal. The more you win, the more you want to win. And then you will eventually tell yourself, yes, when you are gone to Choa Chu Kang, somebody will say, you are successful. Not now. We are all struggling, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, let's face the fact. Why are you all here? Simple. If you've got cases right now to close, $5 million case, you won't be down here seated. If every minute of the day you've got cases to settle, I don't think I will see your face here. Why? Because in life, there are the ups and there are the downs. No two ways about it. I will later on tell you, ladies and gentlemen, in spite of having been in the industry for 20 years, I almost threw in my towel. The only thing is because of the courage, the burning desire inside me, and the belief that there is no other job in this world that is better than selling life insurance. That made me to say, ladies and gentlemen, and that must be inside you if you ever think of winning battles. No other way will you ever win any battle if you go out and fight. You don't believe life insurance. You don't love life insurance. You don't think the job you are doing is no good. And I say, get out from the industry. You are not fit to be there. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you see, the whole trouble we Asian people, we've got a funny philosophy. There is this, a theater will be fully packed if the show consists of, is made up of sword fighting, romance, comedy, tragedy, and to top up all this, it must have a happy ending. As a speaker, I will try and put all the ingredients in my talk. So that when you leave the hall, you can at least remember, not what I say there, at least. At least you can remember, yeah, what that man say about Asian philosophy is right. That's good enough. Now, I want to bring you back to the day you were not an insurance agent. I think that's very interesting to find out our past. You see, the whole trouble with all of us is we forget the past. And then what happened to us is we always think that, oh, those are old things, don't want to talk about it. But I think once in a way it is good to look at our past. Now you are not an insurance agent yet. You see, I think I told Buddy this. I never, ever wanted to be an insurance agent, full stop. And I don't think any one of you here ever wanted to be an insurance agent. And yet you are an insurance agent. Why? That's important to find out. The day you were not an insurance agent, you were either at school or just finished your Cambridge or A-level, or you were at the university, or you just completed your national service, you are unemployed. One situation you could have been in. The other situation you could have been in was you were employed, the income you received was not enough. You were trying to get some supplementary income. Another situation you could have been was you are in a company that does not promise you any future growth. You are just waiting for time to strike, to go into greener pastures. That you could also have been in a situation where you were happily employed. Amin came and disturbed you. That's what you were before. Then what happens? How did you first get into contact with the insurance recruiter? By chance, I say, accident occurs. You meet a recruiter. He say, hey, what are you doing? Come, let's have a talk. And you get to know him. Or you could have met an insurance agent who drives a Mercedes. See, insurance agent can buy Mercedes. It must be a wonderful job. Say, don't worry, come and meet my manager. You could also be unemployed and meet a bank manager. He says, young man, you are now unemployed. Why don't you meet my cousin who is an insurance recruiter? He'll tell you about life insurance. Go and give it a try. So you follow his instruction and you go and meet this recruiter. But there is another source whereby you could get contact with life insurance manager first. That is the newspapers. You see, I have brought a newspaper here with me. The Straits Times, Section 2. Yes, I forbid all of you to from now look at situation vacant. I'll tell you why. This is a wonderful job. You got no reason to look at situation vacant. Have you got any reason? No, certainly no. So as far as the Straits Times is concerned, when you receive it, Section 2, tear the situation vacant, throw it away. Now you'll find in the Section 72, Section 2 of the Straits Times, there are very nice advertisements that cost the advertiser a lot of money. For example, life insurance career. Professionals required, age 25, earning more than 4-figure income. Benefits, world trip. And another advertisement you may come across is a very small one. Part and full-time insurance agent needed. Telephone Miss Tan 9999. Like this, ladies and gentlemen, you may come across many, many advertisements. And somehow or other, because you are a very disturbed man inside you, you happen to pick up Section 2, Straits Times, and look at situation vacant, and you close your eyes because there are too many advertisements there, and you just place your pen, boom, part full-time agent required, and you telephone Miss Tan. Okay, now, you see, where the Straits Times is concerned, Section 2, not only I don't like, sometimes I got to look at situation vacant because, not because I want to look for a job. Because sometimes I myself do advertise and I want to see the response, how the advertisements appear. But there is one section which I myself don't like to see, but I don't know whether you people like to see. That is normally the front page of Section 2, the TV column. You see why I say this TV column? Let me try and explain to you. Now, I think it's quite difficult to unfold this. Anyway, why I say that this TV is something which a lot of people are wasting time on. I'll give you an example. I have brought a tape here with me. It's a nice tape. I may sidetrack a little bit about Courage to Win, but I think this is something important. I want to pass a message to all of you. The value of time, ladies and gentlemen. The value of time to all of you. You see, in Singapore, not like the US, we can live till 65, we are pretty happy. But I want to live till 100. So I am taking for granted, looking at all of you here, averagely you are all about the age of 25. So if this meter is 65, which means, I brought a pair of scissors with me also, which means we all averagely would have finished 25 years of our life, gone down the drain. We have got 40 years more to live. Yes? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us try and do some mathematics. Out of the 40 years that we live in, we will obviously have to sleep, ladies and gentlemen, and we sleep 1/3 of 40 years. 1/3. Please think. That's 13 years out of 40 years. We now have only got 27 years left. Now, the next major problem we have is we work for 8 hours a day, and for 40 years, we have worked for 13 years. We now have got only 14 years left, ladies and gentlemen. 14 years, ladies and gentlemen. And we spend time eating breakfast, taking lunch, taking dinner, taking supper. You know how many years we spend? Out of the 40 years. Let us say we spend 1 year. But there is one important time that we spend, ladies and gentlemen, that is gossiping. We gossip 1 hour a day, and for 40 years, we would have wasted 1 year of our life, ladies and gentlemen. We now have got only 12 years to live. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning, we got to do our job. Sometimes in the afternoon, we may have to do something. At night, we'll have to clean up ourselves before we go to bed. You know the number of hours we spend there? The nicer the place is, the longer we are going to spend our time there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it may take 1 hour in 40 years, 2 hours. We've got 10 years left, ladies and gentlemen. If we watch the TV, if we watch the video, and especially it's the sword fighting serials, especially it's a show that has got 17 tapes that come from Hong Kong, we will not stop watching until we know what happened to the young lady at the end of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it will take 3 hours a day to watch. You will find that eventually, with a little calculation or so, we should only have almost 2 hours left out of the 40 years that you think you now have to enjoy life. Think, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours out of 40 years to live, enjoy life, make full use of it. Otherwise, these 2 years will also disappear. Now let's come back to this advertisement, and then now you get your first chance to meet the agency manager or the recruiter. Say, yes, young man, you will be joining the best company. You will be joining the best industry. You will be joining the best organization because I am the leader of the organization. You see, in my organization, we provide specific and the best training in the industry. We give you the best reward in the industry. We give you special benefits. We take you around the world at the end of the year. This young man who has just seen the manager say, oh, it's very nice, but I don't think I can make it. Don't worry, young man. We will take care of that. You will succeed in life insurance, not to worry. So the chap was influenced by the recruiter, so he signs and attend the prerequisite examination to be a qualified insurance agent. Now he has got the license to sell, not to shoot, but to sell. The manager tells him, young man, you are okay now. We have given you basic training. We have given you sales training. Go out into the field, fight. See your sister, see your brother, see your cousin, see your uncle, see your auntie, see all your relatives and see all your friends. No problem. They all will buy from you. The minute you come out from the manager's room, you meet Tom, your very good friend. And you tell Tom, hey, I'm going to be an insurance agent. Tom heard you say that. He stepped back. And this was what Tom said. Hey, for heaven's sake, haven't you got anything else better to do? You see, why has Tom told him that? Because Tom knew very, very well that he was going to sell Tom a policy. So Tom said, don't come and see me because I've already said the industry is no good and it's very, very difficult to sell insurance. Undaunted, this young man went out and won a few battles. Now he is stunned, like all of you are stunned, don't know where to go. No prospect, nobody to see, helpless, alone. The only alternative was see the manager. And when you saw the manager, this was what the manager said. Yes, young man, have you got any major problem? You know you were burning inside, Let me try and read to you what you would say, because I don't want to miss this. This is very interesting, and I'm very sure you would have said this, because you would say this with a little anger, not much, but everywhere objection. No more clients to see. A little sick about this business. What you said earlier is not working for me. Not getting enough income, Becoming very moody. Wife at home, not supporting. And encourage me to resign. Every day nag at me at home. The more the wife nag, the more I'm fed up with this industry. I think I'm not cut for this industry. Some friends who know me, when they now see me, they also run away. My relative used to come to my house, now don't want to come to my house. What kind of industry is this? No, I don't want to take back the book. Ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. All those things which I said it 20 over years ago. And then your manager, very cool and calm, did not interfere. He allowed you to let go all your steam. Young man, he said, you remember when the first day you came to see me? Yeah. I told you about the story of the shoe salesman. You remember? Yeah. I told you that there was an island inhabited with 8,000 people, and nobody there put on shoes. What would you do as a shoe salesman? You then said, I will tell the company to send me 8,000 pair of shoes, and I make sure I sell out 8,000. So now what? You were then very, very positive. Now, go out there. There will be ups. There will be downs. Fear not. Have the courage to win. You will win all the battles in the field. Encouraged by the manager, he goes out. Made a few sales, came back to the lull period. Go back again to the manager. Again the manager, pam. Goes out again. Again the manager goes, and pam. Again he goes out. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next 30, 40, 50 years, if you're going to be in the industry, the same thing is going to happen over and over and over again. Either you will be doing it to the agent, or the agent will be doing them to you. You see, in so far as you remaining in industry is concerned, ladies and gentlemen, fear not. Have confidence in yourself. You see, I know for the last 2.5 days, you were pumped with a hell of a lot of knowledge about life insurance. How to tackle objections, how to disclose financial assets of individuals, and how to make use of those things to make sales. My duty now, ladies and gentlemen, is very simple. Where you people are concerned, you got the information, you know the product, you know how to sell. I say, Get out into the field. Get out and see people. Go and make use of the phone call. Make sure you make 5, 6, 7, 8 phone calls a day. Make sure you see 4 or 5 people a day. And tell them the usefulness of life insurance. Then, and then only, would you have accomplished your job. As long as you are not prepared to make use of the phone, as long as you are not prepared to get out into the field to tell people, your job is not complete, ladies and gentlemen. I am aware you are going to make frustration, you are going to make rejection. Those are the things in life which we have to face. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in order to make you people realize how important this session is, I want you, if you agree with me, you clap your hands and say yes as loud as you can. Or we'd rather avoid clapping hands, we'll just say yes. Can we try once, please? Yes! When I'm going to put the question, the statement, if I say right, you agree with me and say as loud as you can. You know why I want to do this? I want the 8,000 or the 10,000 agents of the industry who are not here to hear your shouts. And I want those people who are in the industry, who are not members of the LUA, to equally hear your shout. So that next year, they will all come in here. Okay? We are all happy today, right? Yes. We are in the best industry, right? Yes. Every insurance agent must be a member of LUA, right? Yes. LUA is doing a wonderful job, right? Yes. We will treat each other, irrespective of our company, as colleagues, right? Yes. We will together discourage replacement of policies, right? Yes. We will have a roaring line tonight, right? We are fed up with the speaker. I want to go for lunch, right? Please don't. You got some more fun now, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you fun. You see, because I know if there's fun, you people will be around. Otherwise, your stomach is hungry. Okay, let me try and see. Oh gosh. Let me try and cut many things and try and tell you something which I think you all must know. Ladies and gentlemen, I went through hell. I went through hell, and I know I have come out from hell. And I know if I'm not be careful, I will go back to hell. But with courage and determination, I will quickly get out of hell. Same with you people. Let me tell you, sometime in 1984, many of you were with me, many of you will substantiate what I say. I almost threw my towel as far as the industry is concerned, in spite of having been in the industry for 20 years. Can you imagine that, ladies and gentlemen? The frustrations we encounter in this industry. What kept me going? It was the courage, the burning desire inside me to fight and to survive and to win. And, of course, the person who was my co-pilot was my Allah. He, in my dreams, in my night sleep, tell me, go on, you will win the battle, go on. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, eventually I pulled through the lull. Then, let me also tell you, sometime in 1987, 1st September, this was what happened in my office.
To run
to love, pure and chaste, from afar, to try. When your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow the star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know, if I only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I am laid to my rest. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this was a song that gave me courage in September 1987. It was played in my office from 9 o'clock up till 8 evening, repeatedly, on and on and on and on, to give me courage, ladies and gentlemen. And the speaker whom you just heard is Mr. Ramli Sharif, who will be your organizing secretary or convener for the 13th annual convention, or the 12th annual convention. Ramli Sharif, please show your face. Ladies and gentlemen, please bear with me. I have got two important messages to pass across to you. Let me tell you, this job, the satisfaction it has given me, let me prove to all of you a point for you to go back and think whether this is a wonderful job or not a wonderful job. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you are all above 25. You must have visited homes of people who have died. And what do you see? Let us say you have gone to a home of a Mr. Tan, and his body is lying there, ladies and gentlemen. And what do you see? You see Mrs. Tan, you see the children standing beside, praying for a dead body. At the same time, ladies and gentlemen, you will see one table playing mahjong. You will see one table playing Jim Rami. You will see one table eating kachang. You will see one table eating chicken and bread curry chicken and bread. Am I right in saying that? That is the common scene of a death home. And that is around 8 to 9 p.m. When 11 p.m. comes, ladies and gentlemen, all the people from the various tables must go home. They've got homes to go to. What happens? One by one will get up and look for the deceased wife. What would they say? The first one from the mahjong table will go and look for Mrs. Tan. He will shake the hands of Mrs. Tan and say, Mrs. Tan, I am so sorry, Mrs. Tan. If at all there is anything in this world I can do for you, please let me know, Mrs. Tan. Take care. He comes out of the compound home. He says, I have done my duty. The next one from the Jim Rami table will come. Mrs. Tan, so sorry, Mrs. Tan. Mr. Tan was a very, very nice man. Take care of the kids. You need any help? Please do not hesitate to call me. Good night, Mrs. Tan. He goes. And you will find that a man from the kachang table will come and he will add and minus what the person from the mahjong table or from the Jim Rami table has said. And you will also find likewise the man from the chicken curry table will also go and look for Mrs. Tan and say the same very word over and over and over again. But if you are the insurance salesman, You are standing beside the body of Mr. Tan and folding your arms like this. And you are hearing all the words that were uttered by the people from the chicken curry, by the people from the mahjong table, by the people from the Jim Rami table, by the people from the kacang table. You then say to yourself, yes, if at all there is anybody in this world that will put meaning to all those words that were uttered, it's me. Because I am the insurance salesman who has sold that this is a $100,000 policy, and I will be the man who will be presenting the check to Mr. Tan. All these people, ladies and gentlemen, only lip service, nothing more. But on the other hand, if you are not taken care of the policy you sold, ladies and gentlemen, and the policy lapsed, Mr. Tan died. What happened? Let me try and explain to you, and I will try and dramatize the issue so that you people will understand the importance of servicing. Some of you may have heard this story, but never mind, it's a reminder. Let me try and recollect this story. It's a story of a couple named Robert and Mary. Now let me try and give you the background. They are both not married. They're just girlfriends, known each other for 2 years or so. And one day, Robert wants to go to a show, and he calls Mary. He rings up and says, Mary, Robert here. Can we go to a show tonight? 6:45 show. Okay. Mary, on the other side, was very obliging. Sure, darling. Come and pick me up at 6:30. You see, Mary also knows Robert's habit. He takes about 10 minutes to drive from the home to the theater, and it will give them both 5 minutes to get into the theater so that Robert will not miss his favorite, that is, watching advertisements on the cinema screen. So the day came, Robert went to Mary's house, sharp at 6:30. Robert, it's a 2-story building, a terrace house. Robert parks the car outside and just gives a horn. Toot. Mary did not show up. Toot. Mary did not show up. A little girl comes out from the home and goes up to Robert. Yeah, who are you looking for? Oh, I'm looking for, because the sister was not staying with Mary. So, who are you looking for? I'm looking for Mary. Oh, that's my sister. Come in. He had no alternative but to park the car and go into the house. Time, 6:35. Mary is still nowhere to be seen. The sister asked Robert to sit down and say, yeah, there are some magazines there. And have a look at the magazine. Robert sits down, look at the magazine even upside down. In his heart of heart, finished. My advertisement all gone already. And at 6:70, another 5 minutes, 37, 38, Mary pops out her face from upstairs. Robert, you don't mind, I didn't finish yet. No, don't worry, take your time. No, don't. We got plenty of time. But in his heart of heart, say, come on, man, what's wrong? He never said this. Eventually, at 6:40, Mary comes out, and they both went to the car. On reaching the car, Robert quickly goes to the car open. You know, his car got no aircon. So he tells Mary, be careful, Mary. Shall I screen the window up? Otherwise, your hair will be blown. No, never mind. I think I better screen. Otherwise, your hair. So Robert quickly goes back to his side of the driving seat. He drives the car, goes and reaches the theater, quickly comes out from the car, opens the door for Mary to come out. Mary, be careful, Mary. Mary comes out and locks the car, and both of them walk very nicely to the theater. So when they reach the theater, darkness. You know, you try when you go to a show, when the show is about to start or started already, and you are from outside, when you go in, there's complete darkness. So what Robert did was holding Mary's nice and lovely hand. Mary, be careful, Mary. There's no light, it's dark there. Be careful, Mary, be careful. And they found eventually their seat, and they both sat down. Now, the wonderful thing here is this. The story was a romance. And obviously, the hero was caressing the heroine, and Robert leaned slowly to Mary. Mary slowly leans toward Robert. Robert puts his hand on Mary's hand. Mary puts her hand on Robert's hand. They both sit down and enjoy the show. When the show is over, the whole process of opening door, closing door being repeated. And Robert asked Mary, Mary, shall we go for some food? Sure. They went to a coffee house. Robert comes out from the car, the same process, don't forget. Quickly takes a chair. Mary, come, Mary, take a seat, Mary. Mary sits, and he finds a chair for himself and sits beside Mary. Robert then called for waiter. The waiter came with a menu. He said, darling, what do you like to have, darling? No, you order first. No, darling, you must order first, darling. So Mary said, I will have a beef steak. What do you like to drink, Mary? I'll take a Coke. 2 beef steaks and 2 Coke, please. Robert doesn't want to disappoint Mary. He must also take the same type of food as Mary takes. They enjoy the food. They go back home. Robert kisses Mary goodnight. They had a fine evening. 2.5 years later, policy is so. Robert already married Mary. Mary now has a kid. Now Robert wants to go and see a show. He rings up Mary. Hey, we are going for a show tonight. Get ready. 6:30 I'll come. Bam! The phone went. Wife, no chance to answer. 6:30 sharp. Robert's car reaches the house. Bon. Mary didn't come down. Bon. Mary didn't come down. Bon. Mary didn't come down. All the neighbors are looking. Robert didn't bother. Bang. Finally, the poor wife came out because the baby had wet her and she had to change and she took some time. In the meantime, Robert's advertisement period all over. Now there is no more opening of the car. Mary had to go and open the door for herself to sit. And before Mary sits, boom, the car goes. When they are about to reach the theater, Robert takes out the ticket. Yeah, here's one. The minute he reaches, he comes out. Hey, lock your side, He will straight away walk to the show. And the poor wife with high heels will have to walk slowly behind, looking for a seat. In the meantime, Robert is already in the theater. Mary, on her own, had to walk in and finally found a seat beside Robert, and she sat down. There is now a romance scene on. Mary thought it was her fault delaying the husband, so she started leaning towards Robert and puts her hand on Robert's hand. Hey, be careful. Everybody watching. What you don't have to behave. Sit down. And the show is over. They walked out. And we go for makan. Okay, darling. Drove the car and went to this restaurant. Sit down. What do you want to eat? Beef steak. What do you want to drink? Coca-Cola. 1 beef steak, 1 Coca-Cola, 1 char kway teow, 1 rum and coke. No such thing as both beef steak, both Coca-Cola this time. 1 Coca-Cola, 1 beef steak, 1 char kway teow, 1 maybe iced lemon tea. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a true story. Can you deny this fact, ladies and gentlemen? You may laugh, but what happened, you think? You find that life, ladies and gentlemen, life, I repeat, life is never complete with no proper servicing, not only life insurance, real life, ladies and gentlemen. So go back home, those people who are married, please tell your wife, I'm sorry for all those I have done to you after marriage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you and I know that there is no substitute for life insurance. It is because of the miracle of life insurance there are not so many destitutes in Singapore. It is because of life insurance there are many women, many children who could still live in the same house, and the children could still go on to the same school. Now, it is left to all of us, ladies and gentlemen, to go out there and look for more such people to make sure that the number of destitutes, the number of people suffering with no funds remaining behind should the breadwinner leave this world. Yes, I say, ladies and gentlemen, that's your job. And if you have forgotten everything else I said the whole afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, please just remember this. Never give up. Never, never give up. Never, never, never give up this industry. Thank you, all of you.